Many know me as Coach Tough, and we're excited that you could join us tonight. We're excited also that outside we saw a beeline for all the warm beverages. I pray that you remain warm tonight. Allow me to acknowledge the presence tonight of our board of directors. We are so excited that you are here. Our very, very important customers. This is really about you. Our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. A story is told of a man that many of us know. In my line of work, he's one of the gurus, and that would be John Maxwell. And on one of his many trips, as he was flying into a city that is still unknown to me, his pilot engaged the landing gear in preparation for landing. Unfortunately, they hit a pocket of air that created turbulence that forced the aeroplane to go down faster than they'd anticipated. And indeed, at a speed not recommended for landing, they hit the runway, the tarmac, and without hesitation, the pilot went back up in flight and took off, circled round, and came back for a safe landing. Obviously, the passengers in that plane celebrated because their lives were not only saved, but they saw a man who understood his job. After a big round of applause, everybody is settled. The story goes that John went and asked the pilot and said, "Okay, at what point did you decide that you were going to take off again?" His response is why we are gathered here tonight. And once again, for those who didn't hear the announcement earlier, is that as you're walking from the entrance to your left at the end of the hallway is where the ladies are. To the right is where gents are. It's the same for those who are up the stairs with me. And so if you feel any turbulence, please use those freely. But the story and the reply, as I now get ready to invite our pilot to come, his response was, "I made that decision 20 years ago. And sometimes there comes a time when the decisions you've made are going to be tested." And tonight, I'm super excited that I could share the stage with our group CEO, and allow me to invite him to tell you the decisions we've made. Would you please help me welcome Shepherd as he comes to tell us what we are going to be doing.
Thank you, Coach Tough. It's always a pleasure to have you direct our ceremonies. And thank you very much for the kind words of introduction. We want to welcome our board members who are here with us. We have managed to make time to come today. We also want to welcome our customers who have managed to come to be with us tonight. Also want to welcome you all, ladies and gentlemen, for gracing this occasion to be with us as we go through the journey that we have set to travel, and want you to be with us from now into the future, as you have been, especially our esteemed customers. All protocol observed. Also want to welcome the members of media who are here with us. Thank you very much for making time to be with us. And I think, like was said by Coach Tough, tonight is a special one for us as we are sharing our journey that we are embarking on. And as we embark on this journey, we want to walk the journey with all of you. Tonight, we want to just talk through what we have been crafting, what we have been doing in the background. And we've been doing all these things so that all of us can enjoy ZB. We're on a transformation journey that we have embarked on, which Coach Taff has referred to, where we have taken off so that we can be a better partner in business. And as we are embarking on this journey, one would ask, what are the reasons why we have embarked on this particular journey? And the first reason is we think we can be better than we are at the moment. We do think there's room for us to improve how we are serving yourselves, our customers, how we are interacting with different partners as we do business. And we also want to step into a space where we differentiate ourselves. We want to be a business that can be known to be a business that's delightful to partner as we transact and as we do business in financial services in Zimbabwe. And also, one of the key reasons as well, the third one, is that we also want to now focus more on what our customers want, and want the journey that we travel to be defined by our customers much more. I think as you are going to go through the presentation tonight, we are going to see that we have started the journey wherein we've asked our customers to tell us how we should do business, more than us telling them how we want to do business. And what has been guiding us has been our strategic goals that we have been set in our strategy, our business model that we have looked at, our operating model that we have been looking at. We wanted to change these so that we can actually attend to the way we do business in a better manner. And in doing so, we've then walked the journey wherein we've thought to transform ourselves in various aspects of our business. The first one is transforming digitally so that we're able to give convenience to our customers as we do business. Number two, we're also wanting to transform culturally. In other words, we want to make sure that when we interact with yourselves, we are changed people. One of the key things that we are going to realize tonight is that we are going to center on one small simple thing, that we want to put a smile on each of your faces. And also, we also want to be smiling as we do business together. And as we do this business, we also want to make sure that we run a business that's sustainable, a business that can be trusted, so that we all can actually depend on this particular business. We also are following a strategy wherein we believe we should be growing and we should be making sure that we deliver value to all stakeholders we do business with, be they customers, be they regulators, be it government, be it our boards, be it any type of a stakeholder that we do business with. We just want to make sure that we continue to do things in a better manner. And what happened is we were walking through the journey. We actually named ourselves a peregrine shift as we're transforming ourselves. A peregrine shift is a name we got from a peregrine falcon, which is a bird that is full of strategy, speed, and is accurate when it goes for its prey. And we thought that's how we should actually transform ourselves to become a business that's better in terms of how we deliver value to our different stakeholders. So we have known ourselves to be a business that must be self-introspecting, and we have looked at ourselves from a brand point of view. And we have noted that our brand is not the best there is. And for that reason, we say to ourselves, we need to change ourselves. We also looked at where we stood in the market, and we noticed, yes, we were competing, but we could compete better. And so we thought, let's relook ourselves and how we are seen by the world in terms of how we do business. Now, in terms of our ethos of a brand, we want to put people at the heart of our brand. So in other words, we want people to be the ones that define who we are. We actually are vulnerable enough to actually be able to be told where we are doing good and where we are not doing so good, so that we can actually improve. So our brand is now anchored on what people say of us rather than what we say of ourselves. And we are saying people, and please mark that word, I'm talking about people who happen then at some point to be customers when we transact. We transact on the basis that we've met as persons, and that's what we respect above everything else. So in terms of what we've done, we've gone through the process of renewing ourselves, and in terms of our brand, we went through what we call a brand DNA analysis. And we then need to reposition ourselves from a purpose point. And our purpose is going to be, we want to improve the lives through service. So you should hold us to account, because that's what we're committing to. We want to improve all our lives through service. And our vision is that we want to be a leading globally acclaimed financial services firm across Africa, not just in Zim, that delivers happiness to its customers, employees, and other stakeholders. That's our commitment. That's what we're seeing. That's what we want to actually deliver. And what holds us to make sure that we are able to follow through our vision is the mission. And our mission says we want to work hard every day to create a happy people. And remember that keyword, people. We want to make sure that we create a happy people around us, within the teams that we work in, within the people that we interact with, who happen to then become customers as we transact business. And then what are we committing to so that we can hold each other to account within the business? We look at our values, and our values are around empathy, accountability, integrity, innovation, and excellence. This is what we hold ourselves to account as a team, so that we're able to do the hard work we've promised on a daily basis to deliver the vision. And the reason why we're refreshing ourselves from a brand point of view is that we want to be digitally led and be warm, be welcoming, approachable, and modern in the manner in which we do business, with a deep focus that is centered on our customer experience. So at this point in time, we are going to just play a video wherein we are now unveiling what we want to become. We've been something else, but now we want to transform ourselves into something new, a refreshed ZB.
Well, Shepa, as the video is coming up, maybe we can have a quick conversation. My sound team, if you can just pump me up a little bit, thank you very much. I did tell the story as we began, and my story was about this pilot who engaged the landing gear. And clearly your landing gear is the peregrine shift. Yes. What is significant for us as ZB and this Falcon?
I think what's important about this Falcon is the way this bird has strategy in terms of catching its prey. I see the videos playing. The peregrine falcon is a bird that has speed in its travel, in its flying, and has good strategy in terms of how it catches its prey. It has precision, and when it goes for its prey, it catches, it doesn't release. And one of the key things that you find with this bird in terms of its speed, it's one of, if not the fastest bird that you can find on Earth, because it travels close to 300 kilometers an hour. If you see it, it goes up into the sky, and then it comes down, and then it catches its prey. That's how it goes for its prey in terms of how it strategizes that it is able to catch. And the ethos in it for us is we want to be strategic, and we also actually want to catch the value that we deliver to our clients. And when we do that, we learn from this bird that we be better than we have currently been. So at this point in time, allow me then to go through the video. As you can see, ZB, as it is starting with a Zimbabwean bird and as a way of serving that we're adopting. And then when we've served, we then want to make sure that it leads to a smile. And this is what we looked like, and this is what we're changing to become. We're changing the colors, as you can see, so that we become more modern, more brighter. And that is the ZB still retaining the Zimbabwean bird, but with a smile that is put. And the reason for the smile is that when we've done business together, we should then be able to have a smile at the end of the transaction. That is the new way we want to show ourselves going into the future, as ZB with a smile. That's what we want to show ourselves as going into the future. And we do believe we should strive on a daily basis to make sure that we're able to put a smile on people's faces, the people that we do business with. And we've already started this journey, and this journey we've started by already changing how we interact with our customers. And some of you could have gone through some of our branches, which we have now changed and turned into what we call service centers. And these service centers, what we try to make sure we do is that we serve you better than before. And we try to create as many touch points so that you can be served in a fast manner than before. And we also want to make sure that we also interact with you in a better manner with smiles, as some may have noticed when you go to First Street, and maybe those that are in Bulawayo that have gone to JMN Como as well, you could see that was starting to change. Here at 21 Natal as well, we've already started to change the branch so that it can become a service center where we can actually do business together in a better manner than before. And some of the things that we're introducing are such that we are able to serve our customers better than before. These service centers are physical interaction points, but secondly, we also have what we call a contact center, but we call it in our world a national virtual service center. And this service center is one which is, you can't see it, but it serves you as the one that's physical. Thirdly, we also are introducing digital touch points, digital channels, so that you're able to access us at any point and from the comfort of your offices, comfort of your homes, and from anywhere, so that we can do business together. And we have been able to change some of these areas that I've spoken to, First Street and German Como, and we'll continue that journey onward. And some of the slides that we're going to show you, it's only that the screen has disappeared. We're going to show you some of these service centers in picture so that you can see what we've tried to do to spruce up the ambience of the place that we do physical interaction. And we did all this because we know we should be able to do business in a better manner than before. And ultimately, we want to make sure that we put smiles on each other's face. We want to be smiling as a team. We also want customers to be smiling that they've done good business with us and we've treated them well. And we have also been able to get some feedback from some of the customers we've already interacted with that have given us some feedback. And it's very important how we are defining ourselves, like I said at the beginning, is we're defining ourselves in terms of how people see us rather than how we name ourselves. So at this point in time, hoping that our technology will come up, is we want to make sure that we show you how others have interacted with us, how they have felt us. And by the way, we are happy to take all good and bad feedback, because in it we do find access to improving. So that's what we've become as ZB. So we are hoping and praying that you can actually walk with us this journey of transformation so that we can be better. And we hope that you can tell us feedback. And that feedback that you tell us and give us, it will give us a place where we can actually change ourselves to become better. So at this point in time, we would have been showing you what other customers have said of us, but I'm being told that perhaps the tech is not working at this point. But long and short, we took some small clips of customers that we did business with, and they told us what they felt when we did business with them in the new service centers at First Street and JMN Como. And when they told us what they told us, we took as was. We didn't change whatever they said, but took every word that they said to us to heart so that we could transform ourselves to become better business partners. So I think that's what I will say at this point in time. I'm sure if we had time and the take was up, we would have gone through the feedback that we got from others so that we could see what we're doing. Lastly, just to say, as we are transforming, we want to invite you to be part of this transformation, and this is the reason for tonight. Much as we have unveiled how we will look through our logo, we also want you to be part of our transformation. Tell us how you are feeling in terms of how we are interacting. Tell us where we're doing things right. Tell us where we're not doing things so right so that we can correct and improve. That's what we want to become as ZB going into the future. Coach Tam, I think this is my story. And I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to this short speech. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Shepherd. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I did say earlier on, that indeed there was a connection between the stories that we talked about, Shep. And earlier on, I did interrupt you a bit, and I was saying that the landing gear is without a doubt the Peregrine shift. The passengers are indeed the people, our customers. The applause that we just got is how they should be feeling for themselves when we create happiness when they interact with us. And obviously, this brand is a very important thing for us. So what we would like to do, firstly, allow me to just acknowledge our two brand ambassadors are here. Janet Manyoa, how are you? Advocate Arthur Marara is also here somewhere. And so right at the back, thank you so much. And, I had a feeling if I introduced our brand ambassadors, our screens would go up. So maybe let's just finish off the screens, because there are people who are hungry to know what exactly we're talking about. So we'll just look at those quickly without long explanations. Sadly, for those who are up here, you may have to peep downstairs. And then what we'd like to do is that we would like to invite you all into our branch. First, they must see. Praise the Lord. So I've been told that I would love you to take a look at the screens, and then after that, we'll invite you to experience what we are talking about. Shep, you'd like to take us through?
All right. I think let's run through the testimonials. Let's run through the testimonials from customers. I think the screen is now showing the service center. That's First Street. I have to come down a bit so that I can see. That's First Street. And, no, that's Bulawayo, sorry. I think you can see I wasn't seeing. That's Bulawayo Service Center, which is JMN Como branch along Jason Moyo. That's still the same branch. We've changed, and this is what we've done thus far in terms of changing the branch to have a new look. And then as we're transforming, this is what you find at Rotten Row here in Harare. I think you know near Rotten Row and near Samora Machel. That's what we're putting together. We're also working on Rusape. This is Rusape. This is Kadoma, where we're doing works currently. I think as you can see, it's still work in progress. Chisipiti branch as well is also work in progress. It's under construction. Then that's Borodale at Semi-Levy. We're also transforming this particular branch so that it can become a service center. Natal, this is where we are at. And I think we will be able to be shown what we have. This is when the works were being done. And you can see tonight what it looks like. You can see the demo in reality. And we've already gone as well in terms of our back office, so that we could try and make sure that we speed the manner in which we transact business. And we're changing our processes so that we can fit what we're putting together so that we can become more efficient. And then in terms of us ourselves as a team, we also need to be upskilled, multi-skilled, and we go through training. And this is Coach Tuff's area, where they train us on different aspects so that we can become better. I think you can see his back there when we're being trained. And this is more training across country so that we can become the same. This is, I think, the team from Chiredzi, if I can see well. And this is, I can't see who these are. I'm trying to pick a face, but I can't. But yeah, this is training again. But this was training across country. It could have been Marondera or Rusape. So this is Marondera underworks. As we're transforming Marondera branch into a service center, you can see there's the drawings there. So it's not just being done haphazardly. This is Mutare being changed so that customers can feel much better, so that the service center is more airy and there's more interaction and it's more personal than current. This is Kwekwe, where I think the team was 2 days ago, and this is what they were doing. And when we're doing all these works, we're trying to make sure we do these works without disturbing the bank. It continues to operate as must. At this point in time, let's listen up to what the others have said of what we're putting together at First Street and JMN Nkomo. If you may play it.
It's brought me here to compliment your other core excellent service. I wanted to pay fees for my daughter. I went outside in a queue, and after a very short time I was told to come in, and I tell you, the members of staff who served us, they were just splendid. They were just on top of the situation, and it didn't take me time, and more so, there were comfortable seats upon which you would rest, and even if you are tired or if you are ill, at least you're taken care of. I want to thank you very much. Keep it up, ZB. It has been excellent, and hopefully you will maintain that standard. And I'm also thinking twice that I should also reopen my account with you guys.
Andofara nezvandikuitirwa neZB, ndachimbidza kuserwawo zvinezvi ndakutenda kumba sevhisi yenyu yakanaka, it's much improved pane zvatanga tichiita, saka tinotenda nemasevhisi atiri kupuwa pano.
With the service here. The service is good, and the setup is at the international level. And I'm glad to see this institution. You won't waste your time. The officers are there to give you service, and immediately you will be served.
Ndonzi Donald Mafumo, ndane makore akawanda ndichibhenga neZB. So far service yawo is very best, one of the best. Customer interface yavari kuita yamunandi ndatenda.
Wonderful experience when they came to the bank. The service at the reception was superb. The service at the tellers was also excellent. It was efficient all the way up to the end. It was really such an interesting service.
Okay, my name is Jacob Shonga. I come from Highfield. I work at National and Tobacco Company. Yeah. I think your service is one of the best services. So it took me about 30 minutes to get served. While I was number 40 and thereabouts. You are very efficient.
Thank you. Right. I think we can now run the logo video again. All right. So which was cut. Right. So this is what we look like. Zimbabwe bread is typical on our logo, and that's a hand of service that we are introducing. In terms of the manner in which we do business, this is what our logo currently looks like with those colors. We thought to change the colors, change the way in which we write ZB so that it's more secular, more friendly than current, and then put a smile or a hand of service. Demonstrate this is our intention. And we want to be held accountable to that our service should be one that gives a smile. So from our banking, insurance, and investments, this is what we are becoming going into the future. And we wink with a smile going forward. And this is the logo, in case you have forgotten, even though I said it just now. So when you present it when you are putting it together on phones, this is what it will look like. And as well as we are going to be putting on different gadgets, this is what it will look like. On buildings, that's what it will look like. On watch, that's what it will look like. And we are trying to move away from doing business from a frown type to a smile type of doing business. And this is what the logo looks like with a different background, which is darker when it is in white font. And all this that we're now showing you is showing you that we are deeply rooted in Zim. And we want to make sure that we make our nation proud of who we are, because we're proudly Zimbabweans. And what you are seeing are the different people that we interact and do business with from all angles of Zimbabwe. And we want to make sure that as we do business, we put a smile on each and every one that we interact with. And I think the artifacts that you see is what we want to be the result of our interaction with people that we do business with. I thank you. This is our ZB logo, and we are here for you going forward. This is what it will look like. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it looks like with a green background, and going forward, we want to, and we shall be looking like this. So whenever you see us, you will see us changing to this from what you have seen outside. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Over to you, Coach Tuff.
Well, thank you very much, Shep. While you are still downstairs, you can see right at the entrance to your left is Gladys. I was telling our guests the story, and true to form, you were about to land. We announced our brand ambassadors, and you took off. You circled back, and you presented. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our pilot a big round of applause. And so I'd like you, sir, to lead us with Gladys so that our customers can experience what we're talking about. And as you do that, some will stay behind. We will now open for the food that is served. We have a curry bar downstairs if you'd like some curry. Otherwise, our food is going to be served on platter. We will be bringing that to you as we take a tour of our service center. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful time. This is the last time we'll come back onto the microphone. We love you so very much. We want to keep you smiling. Help us to make you happy. Good night. God bless, and see you soon.
Thank you.
I shall invite Prayer Saul, who is going to be entertaining us as we go around to experience happiness.